the girls, watch the girls, watch the boys, and watch the girls go by. It's all a little thing to make us see. To watch the music, to watch girls by.
Hey, nice to have you here. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've come to the conclusion that you're a very hard-working young lady.
Yeah.
Because I saw you first, you were on the Britain's Top Model show. I saw you in Hell's Kitchen with Michael Pierre White. You were in that. You've done a load of shows. I mean, lots of different reality-type shows and that kind of thing. You always seem to be out there working. I mean, you're kind of you're a grafter.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
I don't like that part.
You don't like the actual working?
No.
Okay. Well, some of the shows seem to be harder work than others. There was a show I saw you with Janice Dickinson, who's been on this show, and she's quite a handful.
To say the least.
Yeah.
My God.
And this was you kind of going out to America, trying to make your mark in America?
Basically, she was my mentor on how to break it in America as a model. And it was hard work, and it was... When she was good, she was amazing, but when she was bad, she was bloody awful, like horrific.
Oh, what, just... In which way?
She used to slap me across the face.
No.
She used to,
no,
like...
she physically struck you?
Yeah, yeah. Once you're comfortable with her, she just flips.
She sounds slightly insane.
She is. She is absolutely insane. Yeah. She phoned me before your show and gave me a height of abuse down the phone.
Did she?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's mad.
What did she say to you?
She called me, see you next Tuesday.
That's twice on this one evening. Come on, Stevie, let's go for the hat trick. So now, you are... We've mentioned earlier, you're dating a very famous, very talented footballer in this country, Peter Crouch. And you get lumped together with the other wives and girlfriends of the young footballers in this country. Wags, you are called. Are you happy with that term? Are you comfortable with that?
I've been called worse things in a wag, to be honest.
I bet you have.
Yeah, but I think it's only like the media now who take it seriously. Like, we have a laugh about it, like my mum's a mag, my sister's a sag, friend's a fag.
Of course, we would consider Victoria Beckham, I guess, to be the queen of the wags. Would that be... And Colleen Rooney is, like, number 2 in charge.
Yeah.
Is it like an actual gang? I mean, do you hang out together?
No. I've still got all my friends from school, and I think the only wag friend I have is Frank Lampard's girlfriend, Ellen.
Okay. But it would be fun if you did all hang out together. It could be like... that would be a pretty good TV series, I think.
It would, yeah. Well, they say, like, in the papers that we all spy on each other to see what we're wearing and change our outfits 6 times a day when it's only 5, really. So, but it's not true. It's just, like, a normal group of girls, or, like, it's, like... just having fun, really.
Well, there's going to be interest because, you know, you all tend to be pretty glamorous young women, and there's interest in the sportsmen themselves, so, of course, by association. But does it get on your nerves that initially, I mean, there must be guys who come up to you and, you know, they want to talk to you about Peter, they want to talk to you about football. That must be a strange thing.
A man hasn't spoke to me on a night out for 3 years since I've been with Peter.
What, so they see Peter and they go straight to him?
Yeah.
And is that a relief for you, or is that a pain?
Sometimes it's a pain because the girls and men go over to him and no one comes over to me.
The girls go over as well?
Yeah.
And they want to talk about football?
No. They want to sit on his knee and have a picture or something. I'm like, shh, get out the way.
It must be, yeah. And do you don't worry though, he's a straight shooting kind of person, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you about his dancing style, because I've seen him, I don't know if you've seen it when he wins a goal. He showed how badly I am about football when he wins a goal. When he did some robotics, which isn't a dance style you see out about so much anymore. Do you join him in the robotic celebration at home? Or, if you two are out dancing, do you do a little bit?
I'm not as good as him, so I'll leave that to him.
He's not any good at it. I've seen him do it.
He's fantastic.
He's no good at doing the robot dance.
I think Michael Jackson should watch out when he's
No, he looked like I thought he'd had a stroke when I don't mean to be... I was surprised the ref didn't run over with a ruler and put it between his teeth.
No, you're jealous. You're jealous of his moves.
He's a very tall man, isn't he? You're pretty tall. You're taller than I expected.
I'm 5'9", but I live in heels too.
Okay, so that... Because he's really... he's much taller than average, isn't he?
He's 6'7".
Okay, I have a thing here which will show you how tall he is. Let's see the height difference here, because I'm 6'2", right? I'm 6'2", and we know he's a very... Okay.
Oh!
Right, so he's a very... That's quite a different. And this hasn't been tampered with in any way.
Can I keep this? I love this.
You can keep this, but you've got the real one. Why would you want this? I don't understand. You can have it if you want it.
It's got better legs, this one.
Oh, that's not enough. Hey, look, but he's a very thin fella as well, isn't he?
No.
Isn't he? I think he is, isn't he?
Compared to you, maybe, Jonathan? You know you've
Oh!
lost a stone.
Well, he looks better looking now than I remember. When I first saw him doing all that, and he looked a bit gawky, but now he seems to have sort of grown into himself a bit.
You're treading on ice here.
Why is that?
You can't badmouth him to me.
Why? But I'm not bad-mouthing him. I'm not bad-mouthing him. I'm congratulating you.
No, he's gorgeous. I think he's just grown up. Everyone grows up, gets better.
Was it nice for you when he went through puberty? Hey, I read a thing about... I never met him. He seems like a really sweet guy. I read a quote from Peter. Do you know the quote I'm going to...
The Virgin one?
Yeah. Well, you spoiled the joke.
Great shout.
You spoiled the fucking joke now. The quote was, he said... They asked Peter what he'd be if he wasn't a footballer, and he said...
A virgin. He still is. He is one.
Now, let me ask you what your kind of... whether you have a kind of a career plan or what you do, because, as I said, you know, you said you don't really like working, and none of us...
No, I do. I'm just saying that, like, because
you don't like the
long hours.
some bits.
It's like 5 in the morning, not getting home till 9:30 at night every day. It's like...
That's a lot.
My bags are down here. I've had JJ working on me for 2 hours, plastering the makeup.
Who's JJ? This is your regular makeup artist?
She's my angel from heaven makeup artist.
So, you know, we established you after, but what's your kind of game plan? You've got a new series on TV, I know that. Is that what you want to do with life? You want to be a television presenter, or is the modelling more important, or,
No,
you know, is it a family that you're after?
Everything I've done is just, like, sort of... I've been so lucky. I haven't had to try hard for anything, really. Like, it's like... I went on Britain's Next Top Model, then it was, like, going... different shows, like then Living wanted to do the Abby and Janice thing, then it was like I worked with ITV on the Hell's Kitchen, then ITV were like, oh,
but you know what was interesting there was, because I hadn't really formed an opinion about you much really by then, but when I saw you on that, you know, I really grew to like you, and you know, we get used to seeing, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful, pretty young girls who come up and they get picked up and they do shows, and often they're not terribly good at it, but you really showed some grit there, and it seems some talent in the kitchen as well. Marco Pierre White seemed to really rate your skills there, didn't he?
Yeah, I love that. I think to date that's the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it.
Would you consider doing that professionally, for example, if he said, like,
no,
I'm setting
it was
up a kitchen?
horrific. It was horrendous. Like, 15 hours a day in the kitchen, getting called every word under the sun by these sous chefs.
That's the real word, Abby Clancy. How, you know, this isn't just put together in 5 minutes, this show, you know? I'm here for 2-3 hours a week. You know, you have to commit. If you want to succeed in this business, you have to commit.
No.
Okay. Let me ask you about Strictly Come Dancing. Have they knocked on your door? Would they like you to do that?
They haven't knocked on my door, but I'd like to do that.
Yeah, well,
Maybe I could bring the robot out on that one.
That's probably why they haven't knocked on your door. Let's talk about this new show you're doing now, which is it's a fashion-based show. It's on ITV2, and it's what's it called, the new one?
It's called A Fashion Show.
That I should have guessed that then. Really. I was so close. That's you, and who are the two young people there with you?
George Lamb and Michelle de Swart. She's like she's a model. And George is a presenter.
Okay. Well, he's a good-looking young man as well.
Oh, he's gorgeous. Okay. Yeah. So
and what kind of things in the show is he? Because they're, you know, once again, I don't want to be dismissive, but there seems to be quite a lot of fashion TV on at the moment.
Yeah. Well, basically, this is your guide to get everything what's on the high street right now, and we'll have like celebrity stylists creating like Kate Moss's look for a high street budget.
So it's affordable clothes.
All affordable clothes. We'll take references and influences from the catwalk, but it's all high street.
And do you yourself shop at high street stuff? You like high street stuff?
That's why it's like really appealed to me, the show, because most of my clothes are from the high street. The only designer like things I like are shoes and bags, really.
Let's have a look at Abby. And what's the other young lady's name again,
Michelle.
please? Michelle. This is in the fashion show.
We're loving this sequined playsuit from Topshop. It's all about 70s disco glamour. And think of this little one as the new little black dress. What do you think, Michelle? Do you like it?
I love it, and I love sequins. I think it's a really easy way to dress up for a night and look really glamorous. I'm not too sure about the strapless thing, though. I'd be a bit scared. Elarica can pull it off perfectly.
Nice to have you on the show. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on. I wish you every success. And
Thank
you know, we'd like to get Peter Crouch on the show. Will you put in a word first? Ask him if he'll come on.
I'll ask him.
Okay. Tell him I teach him some dance moves.
Okay.
Lovely to have you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Abby Clancy. Thank you, Abby. That was a joy. Thank you.
Sorry.
Well done. Congratulations. Abby Clancy.